Hey, this is David Plotz, CEO of CityCast. I have a favor to ask before we get to today's conversation. We're doing our annual listener survey, and it would really help us out if you took it. And even if you took it last year, we'd be grateful if you took it again, because we can't use last year's data. Please go to citycast.fm/survey to take the survey. It's only 7 minutes long, we know, because we timed it. That's citycast.fm/survey. And when you take the survey, you'll also be eligible to win a $250 Visa gift card and CityCast swag, that great CityCast swag. citycast.fm/survey.
Hey, today on CityCast Philly, the team is here with me to talk about things to do, where to eat, and free stuff happening throughout the city in February. There's Lunar New Year celebrations in Chinatown, tattoo artists offering love-themed flash sales, and Black History Month exhibits under $20, and a whole lot more. It's Thursday, January 30th. I'm Trenae Nuri, and here's what Philly's talking about. Joining me for this episode is CityCast Philly executive producer Matt Katz. Hey, Matt.
Hey there, Trenae.
And producer Abby Fritz.
Hi, Trenae. Thanks for having me on.
Yes. And our newsletter editor, Siani Colon. Hey, Siani.
Hi, Trenae.
We're the team behind CityCast Philly, which is a daily local podcast helping you keep up with the news and feel more connected to Philly. And we have a daily newsletter too. Hey Philly. It's got event listings updated daily and a compilation of what's in the news. There's a link in our show notes so that you can subscribe. Today is our monthly events guide. Y'all, this is one of my favorite episodes that we get to do together because I learned so much more about this great city.
You guys always give such great recommendations for events, and I'm really excited, Siani, since this is your first time, to see what types of things you like to bring to the table, so it should be fun.
I just want to know what we're doing for the Super Bowl, guys.
Oh my gosh, that is going to be the one big thing this month for sure. I think I gotta stay home. I'm gonna stay home.
Yeah.
Can't make it out.
I mean, you go to a bar, it can sometimes get a little bit distracting. You don't have a place to you're standing for 4 or 5 hours. And if you really want to pay close attention to the game, if it's your team in the game, you do want to be home. But I feel like there's going to be so many watch parties around town.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The one big watch party we know about so far is they are opening the Link at 4 o'clock on Super Bowl Sunday for a free, what they call a Verizon-sponsored Fan Fest. And you can request tickets online for this. You would watch the game with a bunch of Eagles fans at the Link. It's at verizonfanfest.com. And then you click on Philly and you go there. Apparently there's going to be access to the field, music. There's going to be a bunch of former Eagles there. Cool. And then you after the big win, you get on SEPTA and you go right up to Broad Street and party. So that's a pretty good option.
Yes, and if you can't get a ticket to that, you can go over to Xfinity Live Casino. I saw something online that said Blue Martini on South 2nd Street is going to be hosting. There's going to be plenty of bars hosting these watch parties, like you mentioned. The African American Museum is also hosting a watch party. So museums and bars and everyone's going to be hosting it.
Everyone's involved.
And Siani, you're going to compile a list of watch parties for the Hey Philly newsletter, so people should probably check that out too.
Absolutely. So if anyone has any suggestions, just send them my way so that way we can make sure the rest of the city knows about it.
Awesome.
And I would say read the fine print because I'm sure a lot of these watch parties are 21 plus because there's going to be a lot of drinking involved, I'm sure.
You think? In this town?
Yeah. Lots of beer flowing. Well, speaking of the African American Museum, February is Black History Month. And Philly is such an amazing city for Black museums, art shows, film screenings, walking tours, and dance performances. The African American Museum is a great place, and tickets are only $14 for adults and $10 for children. So you can get a good deal under $20. And did you know that there's also this underground railroad museum at the Belmont Mansion?
No, I didn't know that.
Huh.
Yeah, I recently discovered this from a social media influencer, Dr. Afia Abroad. General admission is just $10 and $7 for seniors.
Oh, very
Oh, how
cool.
cool. Was that a stop on the Underground Railroad?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Oh,
Cool.
whoa, that's incredible.
hmm Another big event happening this month is on Sunday, February 2nd. It's the Lunar New Year Day Parade, which kicks off at 11 a.m. on 10th and Spring Streets. I love making an appearance to this parade. If you haven't ever gone to this parade, it is high energy in Chinatown.
Yeah.
There is lion dancing and music and firecrackers
hmm
popping off. I mean, it's just amazing.
Oh, that's cool. I've never been. I would love to
Really?
go.
Oh, you gotta go.
It's definitely a bucket list item for me. I also haven't gone, and I've been waiting like year after year to go and always trying to find someone to go with. I think it's one of those things that, just stop waiting around for other people. Just join in on a phone and maybe you can make some new friends along the way.
Yes.
I love
Absolutely.
that. All right, let's get into some more activities happening in February. Siani, what else is on your list?
Well, those who know me know I love tea. So shout out to
Ooh.
my brother and sister-in-law who gifted me more of that for Christmas.
Nice.
But recently I saw that Carpenter's Hall is hosting a Tuesday tea all throughout the month of February. So you'll be served tea and treats inside of Carpenter's Hall while getting a breakdown on tea's importance during the American Revolution. So it's a nice pairing for those who might be some history buffs or just want to feel fancy having tea time. It'll be every Tuesday through February, but some days are already running low on tickets. So if this is something you're interested in and want to wear your best while sipping some tea, it's a great time to register now so you can have a chance. And tickets are at $85.
Okay, pinkies up.
That's awesome.
All right, Matt, what's on your list?
So I love a circus.
You
And-
do?
I do. There's the Universal Circus that they have every year at Fairmount Park. And I took my kids to it a few years ago and it like knocked their socks off. It's just amazing. So I just came across this other circus, Do Portugal. Portugal, not the country. It's the name of this family that's been in the circus arts for over a century. And they're coming to Philly. They're coming
cool.
to the Franklin Mall, also known as the Franklin Mills.
Everyone calls it Franklin Mills. Let's
Yeah.
be serious.
It's otherwise known as the Franklin Mills Mall. And they're coming from January 31st to February 16th. Only $20 for a ticket. And I also, as I was like looking at this circus and researching it, I went down this rabbit hole. Did you know that the first circus in America was in Philadelphia at 12th and Market? Yes.
crazy.
So we have a history of, circus
Clowning around.
Clowning around in Philadelphia. It was at 12th and Market. I feel like we should bring it back to 12th and Market. Maybe that'll solve our Market East woes.
There you go.
So the other good thing about the circus that a lot of us will appreciate is they do not use animals. So if you feel a little weird about watching a guy walk around a ring whipping an elephant, you don't have to worry about
Nice.
that. Instead, you get to see like that, the crazy spiral of death where the motorcyclists go around and around and around. They have that.
Ooh.
So they have all the good stuff, all the crazy stuff that'll, blow you away, but they don't have the questionable treatment of animals. So
That's really cool.
there's that. And you get tickets at doportugalcircus.com.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. Last year, one of my favorite places to play board games in the city, it was called Thirsty Dice in Fairmount. It closed,
Oh,
and I've been
no.
so bummed about it. But I want to go and play air hockey, NBA hoops, Miss Pac-Man, and I want to win prizes. Well, it's really for the kids. You should take them to University Family Fun Center, which is on 4th and Spruce Streets. Back in the day, for any longtime Philly residents listening, you guys remember this place. This was the old arcade, but I think there was a fire. But it's back. It's been back for some
Cool.
time now. You can get a card to play the games and spend like $20 and
Oh.
have a good old time. I think this is a great place for kids and teenagers and maybe a date night.
That would be fun. That's so sad. We went last year, Trinae, to Thirsty Dice, so
Yeah.
rip. But this is a great second option. So I don't think we've mentioned yet that this month is also Valentine's Day, right?
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Love is in the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody.
And speaking of love and commitment, I have a really cool tattoo artist here in Philly named Dirt. And they always do a really cool Valentine's Day flash event where they like play matchmaker and you sign up and you go on a quote unquote blind tattoo date. So you give them like a little bio and information and they'll pair you with someone that they think you'll get along with. And then you both get tattooed at the same time and you like chat and they even like you can get the same tattoo, but you don't have to. And it's like a little date.
Wild to meet somebody
That
and get
is-
matching tattoos.
That's
That's a
so
right on the
cool.
spot.
That is going to be a story.
So
Damn.
fun, right? And they do this every year, but unfortunately, the event is already filled up. But you should definitely go check them out at Soil Earth Ground on Instagram, and you can sign up next year. I literally put a reminder in my calendar to remember to sign up for this event last year, and I still didn't do it. So be better than me. Check them out on socials, and they always have cool events going on too. But yeah, since I forgot, I called around to a couple of tattoo shops to see where else you could get love-themed flash tattoos.
Flashes, for people who don't know, that's like when you just show up at a tattoo parlor and you pick something out of the book, right?
Yeah.
And you just kind of get it done.
Yeah.
The last time I got a tattoo was over at Floating World Tattoos on South Street.
cool.
And they have like a vending machine and you put in a
Oh.
coin and you get whatever comes out. So they have a vending machine of
Like little
designs,
art.
right?
Yeah.
And then whatever comes out, you have to get tattooed on you, and it's like super cheap. So some tattoo parlors have like days when they do flash tattoos, right? Is that basically how it works? I
Yeah.
wasn't familiar with the whole concept until I got there that day.
Totally. Yeah. Flash is essentially it's like pre-made designs. So you're not getting anything custom done and it's usually discounted because it's not custom. So that's kind of the appeal of flash events is that it's a little cheaper. And a lot of the times
Yeah.
they'll do flash on like holidays or like Friday the 13th is a big day to get some like spooky themed flash. So all of these places will have discounted flash. So Eastern Pass out in East Passyunk has some love-themed flash you can get. You can go up to Northern Liberty Tattoo out in No Libs. They're going to have 2 artists available on the 14th that will do some flash. Also, Incarnation Tattoo in Brewery Town. Cadillac Tattoo out in the Northwest on Germantown Ave has some. And then Forever Valentine, which, you know the name, I had to give them a
That's
call.
cute.
They're having a whole event on February 15th. They're taking walk-ins. They have flash. They're doing giveaways and merch. And they're going to be open from noon to 8 at the Bach Building.
Now, going back to Abby's event with Dirt, I feel like this is such a unique way to get people off the apps and get right down to the specifics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like tattoos. You
Mhm.
like tattoos. Let's
Let's
get
chat
together.
Let's chat. Exactly.
Right.
Hey, I mean, it's Valentine's Day, so you're looking for some lifelong commitment. You can get a tattoo.
Yes, that's right.
I'm looking forward to hearing any success stories. So we might have to check back in with them a year from
Yeah,
now and
for
see.
sure.
Mhm. Yeah, we will. We will.
We've got more recommendations when we come back.
Remember last year's amazing trip? That cute first birthday party? All those photos, all those memories can be freed from your phone with a Shutterfly photo book. Rediscover and share your favorite moments with those you love. You'll be amazed how easy it is to make a photo book with Shutterfly and enjoy it for years to come. Get 40% off orders over $29 with code POD40 at Shutterfly.com and make something that means something.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. Sometimes the most painful part of getting sick is the getting better part. Waiting on hold for an appointment, sitting in crowded waiting rooms, standing in line at the pharmacy, that's painful. Amazon One Medical and Amazon Pharmacy remove those painful parts of getting better with things like 24/7 virtual visits and prescriptions delivered to your door. Thanks to Amazon Pharmacy and Amazon One Medical, healthcare just got less painful.
Let's talk about food. I'm so hungry. Matt, where are you going this month?
So, guys, the 4 of us, we went to Cantina La Martina the other week in Kensington.
So good.
Really good.
So good.
We had
And then
crickets.
We did.
Yeah, and then we found out there's also ants on the menu,
Yes.
but we didn't opt for the ants.
No.
Wanted something
But
meatier.
the crickets were pretty good.
And the guacamole was it was good.
It was delicious. The menu has definitely ambitious parts of it where if you're looking to try something you never had before, you can go for it. Well, they are having, Cantina La Martina is having a La Tamalada event where it's just tamales and it's chefs from all over the city who are preparing tamales for $5 a pop.
Gosh.
It's a Mexican tradition to eat tamales at the end of the Christmas season. That's where we are now. And this is the third annual Tamalada.
Nice.
It is Sunday, February 2nd from 11 to 4. There'll be other vendors there. And it's in a tent outside the restaurant over there in Kensington. So I'm hoping to bring my daughter.
Definitely go with an empty stomach.
Yeah. And then they have a contest. Like there's going to be like a winner.
And the owner and chef at Cantina is up for a Tasties this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. Maybe we'll see him when we go cover the Tasties next week.
Looking forward to that event as well.
Okay, so I feel like a lot of people are going to be focused on fancy restaurants, especially for Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of taking a different approach. Let's do a progressive dinner. Do you guys know what that is?
No, what does that mean?
No.
You go from like room to room to eat something?
Kind of.
Sort of?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
Well, in this case, you would go from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant. So like you start your night with drinks and appetizers at one spot, get your entree at another, and then get dessert at the third or last spot. Or you can end the night with drinks and dessert, whatever. You could also order takeout from different spots and have a big feast at home with everyone's favorites in case, people are picky.
Mhm.
So I was thinking, I'm going to pick a section of the city and then try this out. So I chose West Philly, and I would start with some wings from Dora Bet on Baltimore Avenue. Then I would order the flavorful lamb and marinated onions at Kilimanjaro on Chestnut Street. And then to cool things down, I would order the lemon drop smoothie from Slurped on 52nd Street.
I'm definitely going to steal this idea because I can never decide on one place. I want everything. So this is like so fun. It would be such a great date night idea.
Or you could try a progressive dinner at the Reading Terminal or the
Yeah,
Italian
that's perfect.
Market.
Right.
Yeah.
Chinatown.
South Street,
Chinatown,
yeah.
Germantown Avenue,
Mhm.
Ridge Avenue,
Yes,
Chestnut Hill,
for sure.
South Philly, like
Mhm.
anywhere pretty much.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
What a great idea. I love that.
Abby, what's your food recommendation for this month?
So there's a really cool collaboration happening on the 15th. El Chingon and Mana Bakery are going to be putting together a special brunch menu. Something that really caught my eye about this event is that it's no reservations, which is great for me because I feel like sometimes when there's like superstars like both of these food places coming together, those reservations fill up so fast that I like never get to them. So this, you don't have to worry about that. You just go early, get a table and eat. If you haven't heard me fangirl about Mana Bakery and El Chingon, you definitely, I don't know where you've been because I love both of these places so much. El Chingon is a Mexican restaurant in South Philly off of Passyunk Ave. Their aguachile is to die for. I love it. And if you don't know what that is, it's similar to ceviche. Also, their chef, Juan Carlos, is a James Beard semifinalist this year. So this is another...
Nice.
Yeah, right? Congrats to him. And Mana Bakery is a Levantine-inspired pop-up. He's all over the city. I got a brioche bun filled with whipped cream from him the other day, and it was so good. And they're collaborating on a whole menu together. So it's a Levantine, Palestinian, and Mexican fusion. There's going to be things like ground lamb quesadilla with spicy salsa and sumac yogurt. Oh my God, that sounds so good. They're going to have grilled halloumi on sourdough tortillas. And of course, for dessert, which is what Mana Bakery is known for, there's going to be a sticky date cake. So you got to go out and try it if you can. February 15th, 10 to 2. Check both their Instagrams for the full menu.
It's just one day. This
One
is
day
a
only.
single day.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
My
Yes.
mouth is literally watering.
God.
You know, that Palestinian, Mexican, Levantine fusion, it sounds like all those things are meant to be together.
Oh, yeah.
That really sounds like it works.
I need to teleport to that event because I've been meaning to try Mana Bakery for ages Because the thing is, they're so popular that at their pop-ups, they sell out so soon. I went to one of their pop-ups, or at least tried to, at the Germantown Farmers Market back in November. And of course, when I made it, one of the other vendors were like, yeah, they sold out a while ago.
gone.
You had to be here mad early. So I'm still on the hunt. Hopefully I can make it on February 15th and get a bite of all of that.
Yeah, definitely. Siani, what are you doing?
Well, while everyone else is trying out some food, I'm trying to learn how to cook it. I know enough just to get me by so I'm not starving, but I really want to up my cooking skills. So the American Vegan Center in Old City is actually hosting a vegan soul food fusion cooking demo. They'll show you how to flip chicken, mac and cheese, and kale greens to make it budget and vegan friendly. I personally am not vegan, but I've been trying to change my relationship to animal products for some time now. So I'm really looking forward to this event. And they host a bunch of different demos. In the past, they've had a vegan coquito workshop, which I unfortunately missed. So that would have been great for the holiday season. So I'm really trying to keep an eye out for events that you're continuing to have in the future.
That's so cool. And if you haven't cooked a lot, like having some accessibly priced like instructional opportunities is so important. And like in person too, like I can watch YouTube all I want and it doesn't click always. So this is cool.
And you said budget friendly. So that leads us to our final category. What is everyone doing that is wallet friendly?
Well, I'll start. I am beginning the long process of becoming a Philly homeowner, which don't know if that counts as wallet friendly, but I am taking some first time home buyer classes, which are all free. So I figured I'd share them with you guys. The first one I'm taking in February is through the Affordable Housing Centers of Pennsylvania. They have workshops every month, and they basically give an overview of just like how to even get started. So like what type of things do you need to do to be financially prepared? There's a bunch of instructional information on the types of grants that are available for different types of Philadelphians and people in different financial situations and things like that. These classes fill up fast though. So there is one more for the virtual class on February 22nd from 10 to 2 p.m. I would get it ASAP if you're interested. If you can't, there's a bunch of other places that also do these free instructional classes. I'm also next month going to a class through Philly Homegirls, which is a real estate company in Philly. They've got monthly free classes about mortgage myths, home searching, the buying process, and just anything you could think to ask. That one's on February 11th from 6 to 7:30. So search around, find a realty company or another organization that does these classes that would fit your needs.
So this is like to help you figure out how to do the mortgage applications, what all that stuff means, how to, broker fees, all those things, right?
Oh yeah, all the little things you didn't know you needed to know for sure.
The paperwork.
Yeah, like
elements.
Even just like starting to get things together. Like I'm a year, maybe 2 years out, but like just knowing like, oh, I need to have these types of financial statements like readily available. I can apply for these types of grants. There's also, I think, the Affordable Housing Centers of Pennsylvania. That class, you have to take it before you can apply to some of the different grants that are through the city of Philadelphia. So this is just a good way to like get started and see what's out there.
Oh, Abby, this is such a great program and good luck to you on this journey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck, Abby. I mean, owning a home might make financial sense. It is a bit of a pain in the ass, though. I just want to warn you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can tell that
I got to clean
already.
my gutters this weekend.
Oh, brutal. How about you, Siani? What have you got going on?
I feel like a lot that I've kind of shared so far has almost been like starting fresh for the new year. So you're trying to learn how to cook. Another thing that I'm really trying to work on is my green thumb. I share a garden plot with a few friends in Norris Square, and last year we had a pretty successful season. Cool. The tomatoes got a little bit crazy. We had to hack and slash that plot with all those tomatoes.
Those things spread.
Oh, it got really bad. But I want to get ahead this year. So the Tacony Frankford Watershed Partnership is having a free seed starting workshop. So they'll show you just how to really get your seeds prepped for the next planting season, equip you with native seeds as well. We really want to encourage having native plants since they're better for the environment. And I just really want to up these skills so I can be better prepared for the garden. I usually kind of wait towards May to start planting. I haven't really started seeds early, so I really want to turn that around. And that'll be also on February 15th at Friends Hospital's campus.
Oh, fun. I've got some free stuff that you can do with the kids and the teenagers in your life because we're always looking for things for them to do. You guys should check out Smith Memorial Playground. They're having I think this is their second year having this event. It's called Leaders and Legends of Philadelphia. So they're honoring the positive contributions of Black Philadelphians and their impact on the city. And this year, Patty Jackson, who's like a longtime radio personality here in the city, they're honoring actor, writer, producer Quinta Brunson from Abbott Elementary, and Richard and Mengestu Coiler, who are the brothers and entrepreneurs of Two Locals Brewing Company, which is PA's first Black-owned brewery. They have a tap room that's located in West Philly. I've gone there to an open mic comedy show once and had a lot of fun. And they're also honoring baseball and softball player Monet Davis. And the Smith Playground is located at 3500 Reservoir Drive.
So they have an exhibit to honor them? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Outside in the outdoor playground there. Cool.
Yep. And you can also ride the giant wooden slide.
Yes, iconic.
Yeah. For those teenagers, check out the Junior Barbering Academy. We've had Mr. P on the podcast before, and this is a free mentorship program every Sunday in February and March from 3 to 4 p.m. for teens 12 and 19 years old, and it's all going down at 3901 Main Street in Building A. They're also offering yoga, therapy, photography sessions, and of course, barbering classes too. And this is for all kids, all interests. I've seen some videos of some of their classes, and these kids are having such a good time.
So it's not just barbering. They do all different kinds of stuff
All
in there.
sorts of stuff.
Cool.
That's great. I get something free for the kids or for yourself. On February 17th, President's Day, if you're off or if the kids are off from school, the American Constitution Center, which is normally the tickets are pretty pricey, it's free. Totally free on President's Day. And what better way to mark that holiday than learn about the founding of our nation and the ideals that we're supposed to be living by. So I love the National Constitution Center. The Signers Hall, where they have 42 life-size statues of the framers of the Constitution, is just very cool. And they have a lot of just interactive exhibits that really help you and kids particularly understand the nitty-gritty of this founding document for the country. And, we were talking earlier about Black History Month, and there's so much there related to the history of Black people in this country. They have a whole exhibit called Civil War and Reconstruction, the Battle for Freedom and Equality. And they have a ballot box from Virginia from 1867, which was used by the first African Americans in the country to legally be able to vote, which is pretty amazing. They have this weapon, it's called a pike, purchased by John Brown, the abolitionist, for the Harper's Ferry raid in 1857, which is pretty amazing. They have a fragment of the American flag that President Lincoln raised at Independence Hall just across the street in 1861. And they have a copy of the Emancipation Proclamation signed by Lincoln. So just really interesting stuff related to, obviously, Civil War and Reconstruction, but all kinds of exhibits regarding the founding of our nation and really the ideals that we are hoping our leaders live by. So not a bad way to spend President's Day inside for free at the National Constitution Center.
I mean, all of these events that we listed, not a bad way to spend February. Matt, Siani, Abby, thank you so much for these great recommendations and for joining me today on CityCast Philly.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Trinae.
Definitely going to update my calendar with these.
all for today here on CityCast Philly. If you enjoyed this episode about what to do in the city this February, tell a friend and make those reservations. Rate the show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter, Hey Philly, to learn more about what events are happening every day this month and what else Philly's talking about. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the Friday News Roundup. Bye.